Tiger Woods is retiring. Those are words I definitely never want to hear. But don't worry, because it's not happening yet. So if you have clicked on this video, don't worry, Tiger is not retiring, but there is a very good point to this video and why we are talking about this. Tiger just turned yesterday 45 years old. Now, in modern day terms, obviously that's not very old. But in the life of a sportsman, that's not young. Michael Jordan retired when he was 38. Obviously, basketball is a very, very different sport to golf. But Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods are probably two of the most compared athletes probably ever. They respect each other a huge amount. Michael Jordan said, I think the only other athlete he ever really respected was Tiger Woods. And they're two of the most successful athletes in sports history. And you could very arguably say that, you know, no one else apart from the two of them has ever had that sort of impact on a sport before. If you can think of anyone, feel free to comment them down below. Off the top of my head, I personally can't. But why are we talking about Tiger Woods retiring? Well, obviously, a long time ago, we thought Tiger Woods was going to retire. We didn't know if he'd ever be able to play competitive golf again because of his injuries and his body. Now he has been able to get surgeries and heal and, you know, work on his body to get himself to a point where he can play competitive golf again. Maybe not as much as he'd like to, or certainly not as much as we would like him to. But it is amazing to see him back playing golf. No one can argue with that. And it was even more amazing to see him playing golf with his son Charlie Woods in the PNC Championship. And don't worry, we are getting to the point I'm going to be making in a second as to why we are talking about this in this video. Tiger has had many struggles through his career with his body, with his health, with his fitness, and now he still does struggle with it. There's no question there. We've seen him play tournaments where the weather's not particularly warm, and if it's not as warm, your body's going to want to stiffen up a little bit quicker, and it's harder to stay loose, especially in golf, which can be a sport of kind of waiting around a little bit, you know, hitting a shot, waiting for your playing partners, walking to your ball, hitting another shot, and it lasts for, you know, it can last 4.5 to 5 hours for these guys playing around in a major. So it's hard to keep your body that warm through that time. But why are we specifically talking about Tiger Woods retiring now at the age of 45? Well, Jack Nicklaus won his last ever major at the age of 46. Now, obviously, Jack still leads Tiger in the major championship leaderboard, and it would be pretty impressive if Tiger was able to catch Jack before he turned 46. Obviously, that's pretty unlikely to happen. It could do. Never underestimate Tiger Woods. I think we've all learned that by now. But Jack won his last ever major at age 46, and we do see a lot of a lot of golfers retiring between the ages of 45 to 50, really, because at the age of 50 you can play on the Champions Tour, which we've seen Phil Mickelson do, and, you know, Steve Stricker do, and Jim Furyk, loads of these guys really successfully. And it's kind of funny that in 5 years' time we could see Tiger Woods playing you know, championship, what do they call it? Champions Tour golf. Which would be weird, and I don't know Tiger personally, but from everything that I have seen and do know about him, I can't imagine him playing on the Champions Tour anytime soon. It would be certainly very interesting, but yeah, I think he's going to stay on the PGA Tour and play as many events as possible. But when will Tiger Woods retire? That's the question. I don't believe there will be a certain date in the near future where he will say, that's it, that's enough for me, I'm retiring. I think it will be more of a gradual thing. I think Tiger will, what's the word, kind of, he'll play all the events that he can, and he might gradually decrease it until he just plays the major championship events and maybe a few other events throughout the year. And, you know, maybe comes back even for 1 or 2 majors a year at a certain age. It would be such a sad day to see Tiger ever retiring. It would be, I mean, every single golfer, whether you like Tiger Woods or not, every single golfer throughout the world would be enormously sad, and it would take a huge amount away from the game of golf. And I certainly, I mean, in an ideal world, I would never want to see it happen. But with Tiger's son Charlie now growing up, he's 11 at the moment, and he's a hell of a golfer already, certainly better than me. It would be very, very interesting to see Charlie make it out onto the tour, you know, at whatever age. And it would be even more interesting to see Charlie make it onto the tour whilst Tiger is still playing on the tour. I don't know if that's ever happened, that a son and a father are both playing on the PGA Tour. If you know of it, let me know. I'd love to know. But that, I mean, in theory, that could happen. Tiger, you know, if we said Charlie plays on the tour, I mean, maybe he goes to college for a year or 2, maybe he doesn't, but let's just say he makes it on tour by the time he's 20. Tiger would be, you know, 54, 9 years. I would still think by that time he'd be playing major championships and playing on tour. So, you know, that would be an amazing thing to see. See them playing together, the two of them. Can you imagine the two of them, Charlie Woods and Tiger Woods, playing together in the last round of a major championship, tied for the lead? I literally have goosebumps just thinking about that. But we can only hope, we can only dream that that may happen one day. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? When will Tiger retire? Will he retire? It would be a very sad day. Let's, fingers crossed, hope it never happens. Remember, guys, comment your thoughts down below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Grip it and rip it.